Hello everyone. Today I decided to make a video about your brake rotors in your car, and specifically about how to maintain them so you don't have to discard them early. You can prolong their life if you do something. Usually we just leave these rotors on a hub or spindle for whatever time this rotor serves you. But this is maybe not a good strategy, and I will explain to you. Because rotor is about safety, performance, longevity, and legality as well. And today I will explain more about longevity, but it will touch legality and performance as well. What I've noticed lately that rotors for many cars and makes and models developing rust, and as you see right here I have some on the braking surface, and also this is Mazda 2017 model. Mazda now makes them fit really snug on the spindle and they just rusted in. It takes some effort to take it off. I use some lubricants, and as you see this rust, this is one of my methods when I push rotor off using this bolt. So I'm going to talking about this rust today, and this is part 1, and I will get back in a sec. Alright, so when I say brakes becomes rusty, specifically brake rotors, this is exactly what I mean. So currently I'm working on this particular one, and I think I'm going to save it. It doesn't look too bad. I can clean up this edge and clean up here, and this will make my rotor legal for inspection. Different states have different rules. Some states, people mechanic drives your car and says, okay, it drives okay, here we go, it's inspected. In my state, they actually checking everything. They even take brake pads off and they check if there are any cracks in them. And one time I tried to inspect my car, and they said, and I said, I read the code and everything was by the code. I was okay with that, and I took my car and they say no, it doesn't pass inspection because my rotor looked like this, you see. And really the state issued a paper that says if you have good amount of rust on your rotor, and this happening in the inner side mostly, then you have to discard it. You fail inspection. What you do with rotor is up to you. This one is Toyota. This one is also Mazda. This is front one from Mazda, and this is the one from Toyota again. Now I'm planning to save this, but you have to see, because here we come to a performance part of this. You see how rotor, how brake pad fits on a rotor. Basically, the bigger surface, better performance of your brake will be. So the more surface it touches here, the better is your braking performance. So in this case, I don't see a lot of loss of performance, and I'm going to save this rotor again. But something like here, if you put the same brake pad, you'll see like nearly half of the surface is gone, and this also damages your brake pad. So if you see carefully this edge right here, you can see this is where your brake pad start to get damaged, and you don't want that. So my suggestion is for everyone is to once a year inspect your rotors, and if you see any rust like this starting in them, pull this off, clean it up well, clean up inside, clean up everything, and put it back on. You will prolong your rotor life. Now, you must think about cost effectiveness of everything. You maybe go to the store and buy a rotor, you don't want to spend time, depends. Like for example, if I want to do something like this or like this, that's that one. I probably not gonna do anything even if I spend 2 hours on it. Here I'll spend 10 minutes, maybe maximum 15, maybe less, and I will make it nice. You maybe take it to mechanic. If you pull it off yourself, I don't know how much they charge. You have to see, but remember about legality and performance as well. So now that you're seeing how it looks, and the only thing I can add, I will be using a simple grinder like this, and this one is actually worn out a little bit. So if you have like new blade, you don't want to spend a lot of time on one place or anything, so just be careful not to do too much. But this one is worn out, and I can just go like this, you know, and it will clean out. Yes, I'm not going to have a good braking surface right here at this particular place, but it will look good enough for passing inspection. Same here, and I still have plenty of clean surface, so the brake will work relatively good. If you have a performance car, if you use it for racing or anything like this, then this is not optimal. But it's not too bad for a regular car. Just keep distance, you'll be alright. So next thing I will show how it looks in the end. This wouldn't be a complete video if I didn't show you the front of this rotor, like outer part, outer surface. Here it's much better. It has like a little edge here which is really easily removable by this grinder, and here a little bit, and this is also can be easily removed using the same grinder. So here is not too bad. There's some lines here, it's a little warped, nothing major. Again, it's all up to your judgment. If you don't have any brake pedal shaking, pulsation, then you are okay. Doing this will not hurt what you would have already. And now I'm ready to do this work. Alright, I'm back, and I apologize for the lighting because I am in a dark corner in the garage, and it's kind of like a dark day outside. Seems to be just about to start raining. Here I am back with a rotor which is prepared. First I want to show you how I cleaned the spindle itself. So it's nice and clean, and this is my rotor now. On the video it may look like still have this problem, but trust me, I don't know how to show this to you. basically this only looks like it has this edge. It's completely flat with the rest of the surface, and inside it is very clean inside. Now took me about no more than 15 minutes for everything. On the other side I have removed this edge and I have removed this edge here, so it is really flat, and it's really flat right here, so nothing will damage. So now I'm just going to put this rotor into the spindle. Alright. And it fits right in. So I guess this is the end of story here. Rest is very simple. Just gonna put brake pads and caliper back in its place, and the job is done. So for 1 year I don't have to worry about this rotor again, and I recommend that everyone maintain a rotor like this or in some other manner, because if you let it go, if you let this rust just go and take over your rotor, you're gonna lose your rotor, your brake performance, and you just maybe just gonna drive a car, you come to inspection and it's not gonna be, you know, any more legal to have such a rotor on your car. Alright, have a good one. Consider this postscriptum. I forgot something right now. Actually, I forgot two things. First, these are the simple tools that I use to clean my rotor. Brushes like this that goes into a drill, this kind of pads, metal brushes. And one more thing, I'm gonna do unthinkable. Alright, I'm gonna take this, if you see, anti-seize paste, and I'm gonna apply like really thin layer on my rotor. Last time when I have done this, actually I do it every time now, and as you see I'm still alive and nothing happening to me, but when I did it to my very old car and I wanted to replace brake pads or something else, I took off the bracket which holds brake pads, and the rotor just came off on its own basically, so it did not even stick. And I do same thing on the spindle. I'm sorry about the light, but I just gonna spread it thinly. This anti-seize, actually I remember there was a special one, a brown color anti-seize. This one is usually goes into your spark plugs, but there is like brown one that goes into the brakes, on the brake pads, parts, I'm sorry, not pads, parts. but I don't have that one right now, and I'm just gonna use the silver one. We're just gonna do the job just fine. Here we go. So very thin layer, nothing big. It looks like this. I'm gonna try to remove my gloves. Alright, so if it's not thin in some places, I'm just going to smoothen it up. And that's it. With all of this being done, I don't expect my rotor to seize anymore, to get rusty. Maybe it will get rusty, but it will come off very easily. That's it. Goodbye.